Right, I think we can start then. So this is going to be when it's actually finished, as I will be building it. Oh my god, I don't have enough room for this. I mean, I should do. So I've already gone over the west side. There's only like a few rooms left to do over there, the second floor of the Starlight. So now I'm going to concentrate on doing the east side of it on the second floor. So I'm going to start with the hallway there. So that's what I'll be streaming now for the next hour at least. So I'm going to start building. So just a refresher of everything I'm trying to bloody do. This here, this little rectangle, is the entire game space that Resident Evil 2 uses. So from this point to that point, that's the game space. That's what each room consists of, and what all in the room can be put in this cube, as it were, in this plane on the floor, which obviously represents the game space that the game uses. I mean, I've gone over this a million times, so the reason why I was kind of like, oh, will I get it in, is because obviously this hallway is connected to the main hallway, which is where these boundaries are from. So it's a case of, am I going to fit that little hallway in? I mean, I should be able to, because obviously as you're building other rooms, it won't matter what's in here, because you can just move that out. As long as it fits in the game space, it's all fine, because the boundaries, collisions, and everything else in game will work. It's everything else after that that's a pain. Rambling that I am. So let's begin. So what we're wanting to do, I know I started a bit early, so I was going to start past. I've started a little bit early because I just thought, bugger it, that's who I am. So I'm just going to quickly do this, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So I was retiring Maya as well. I was supposed to be doing all this in Blender, but I thought, sod it, I'll just stick with what I've got. Oh no, this is where it's going to be a pain as well, because of that elevated thing here. Everything's going to be lower. Oh no, it's going to be like that again. Right. Okay. Do you know what? I'm just going to scale this in and just do the door frame first, because I just don't even want to go here with this. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through there so I know where that is. What I'm going to do now is just cut this out, so I've actually got a starting point. I could have done this with a plane, couldn't I? Being a bit lazy today, aren't I? Right. I just need to boop. Actually just gonna that's it, brilliant. So I need to know if this is matching up with the corners, which it is. So that's that doorway done. I'll just delete these for now, because I haven't gone mad. I just have my little thought process of doing things, and this is just how I do them. Makes it easy for me to remember stuff. Okay. I need to remove that bit there, because I don't need that. Okay. Just trim this down just a bit. Right, so now I've got that done, I can start. Because what you got to remember is, even though technically there is a door frame there, you've got like, I mean, I'm going to say the shop in here, and then you've got the piano room just next to it, so you kind of have to have the indentations there. And obviously the walls are going to be different inside those rooms as well. And obviously, as I keep saying, enough to do these streams, I'm having to convert 8-bit to whatever bit we want to go with these. 32-bit, wasn't it? So when you try to do 3D stuff from a sprite that's 8-bit, and you've got to try and figure out depth and that, it's kind of impossible to do, so you just got to try and spitball it from what you can see. So that's what I'm going to try and do now, he says. So what I can see, so these have a little indentation, don't they, because they kind of go out. You can see that in the sprite work. And then they kind of go out of the wall, so I'm just going to do that and extrude those out. The only thing is, I don't know how long that should be. I need to import my character model. I can get a rough idea from then. Let me do that now, actually. Now, what did I call it? Was it what did I call it? Ah. Yeah, there he is. The glorious beard himself. So that should fit when I've put him down. Like I said, with this room, because of the way the main hall is built, because of the steps that go down, there's an elevation there, so everything's going to look weird when I'm putting it down, because it's going to be going through the grid. But when it's in game, it'll all work. You know I've missed that, don't you? Yeah, we can't have the whole stream not have it in without referencing doorknobs and those things. Oh dear, right. Okay. So it will all work correctly. It's just looking a little bit weird at the moment. So I've got my character in. That should be the right amount of size, actually. But again, I can keep adjusting to it. I mean, I've done this so many bloody times now over the years. It's like... I mean, at least with this, at least when I'm doing it like this, I don't have to, like, readjust the angles because everything already bloody exists. It's just... That is actually going to be a bit weird. Right, I'm going to spitball this, and I'm going to make it about that high. Because I know we got the third floor up there. Maybe split it there. Because it just looks too big for a hallway. I think we should just stick with that size for now. I'm going to never leave it down now, am I? You know what's worse is when I start actually having to model bloody ornate looking bloody bedrooms and stuff, and we've got to do the beds and they're going to have knobs on them. This is where the whole innuendo is going to come back into it. Oh dear me, Jesus. Oh well, 2024, we've already got the bell end to it and the doorknob to it and everything else, so we'll just go with that. Oh dear. Right. So, I'm just going to do this. Drag these out. Right, so this is where we get the starting points then, isn't it? Goes about that length, and then obviously we got the doorways inwards, so what I'm going to do is scale them in. So like so. And I've just realised these have got like different ornate sets of things on the door frames themselves, so I'm going to have to remodel them. And I don't like the way that one looks. Oh no, I don't like it the way it looks at all. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Right, what was I going to do with this? Actually, that would be perfect because it'd be the right size alongwards, so the door will fit in there. So if I just do that and then just drag them along, then that's carrying on the door frame size. It just doesn't have, obviously, these bits in, but that'll help with that. And then I'm going to just about the same size, give or take. I can adjust it as I'm doing it, but you know what I'm like, I'm a perfectionist like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap to point. No, I'm not going to snap to point. What am I doing? What was it that I need to snap to? No, it is to point, isn't it? And then that would effectively... Right, I'm going to have to... Bear with me 1 second. So it's now exactly the same size as that, because you don't want things to be not the same size, basically. Right. Alright, no worries. There'll be lots of mentioning of bell ends and doorknobs just for that sake. Oh dear. Right. Let's get going. Have I got this? I have got this the right way. I'm not going mad. No, that is the right way. It's just because where that part's going to be is where those are going to be. So what I'm going to do is, now I've done that, is I'm just going to quickly grab these edges here and then just go boom boom, and that's that hallway started. Now try to get the length of that's going to be a pain, so I'll just do that for now. Get to that point, because obviously I need to put the flaming flooring as well. Forgot about that. Oh dear. Right. I know why that's looking weird, because I haven't reversed to normal, so let's do that. Now I'm perfectly fine. I'm just going to quickly make this on a new layer, call that the bounce, and then put restriction on for now. Put restriction on the char model. I always use that for like scaling door frames and that, so I know everything's the correct size in game. So there's that. Right, what I'm going to have to do now is build the floor whilst I'm doing this. I should have really, but then again, not that many. Ooh, not that many. We don't want that kind of polygon bloody budget for the floor. It only needs to be a good sized one like this. Right, now this is where the issue is, like I said, because the elevation on here with the steps going down obviously drops everything down. So I'm having to readjust everything so that it's on the floor here. Oh, the confusion it's going to be. So what I'll do, right, so from here, go around my vertexes and just drag along. Just want to fit this in, don't I, whilst I'm building. Do that there. A lot of work that goes into this. A lot of people just think we can just go in, you press a button, everything builds everything forwards, and if it did do that, life would be so much easier, but no, it doesn't work like that. As much as we want it to. So push this in there, because that's there. And then just push these. So they're like that. But at least with the plus side with this one, I don't have to worry about doing those little alcoves on the opposite side. Hello. Nothing up. Just chilling and building things. Right, so again, I need to get that figured out. Oh god, the detailing of this bloody room's gonna turn me mad, isn't it? Right, so at least I know what... Do I really want to start building those bits now? Potentially. Right, what I need to do is I also need to get the door mesh in here as well. So, what did I call it? Main hall mesh. Excuse me. And you can see it's already stuck in there because that's where that's from. But I need to put it here. Can't be right, can it? I put the elevation down, put it up, because that should be fitting that exact. May need to just make it a little bit bigger. Or maybe I just need to move the character so that he's actually sitting on the floor, because it all looks weird otherwise. Now it shouldn't be as weird. But let me have a look just to be Actually, add that to the hallway bounds, so it's all layered up. I don't know, I mean, that's the one I've been using. I might just make it a little bit bigger on this side. I'm going to do it, I'm actually going to make it a bit bigger. So, again, this is where, you know, stuff starts to get a little bit weird. But I'm just going to make that whole thing a little bit bigger. Make this door a little bit bigger. It shouldn't affect anything per se. It's just I want to make that door a little bit bigger. Not that I've ever personally been on a flaming ship, but I'd assume that the doors are just that little bit bigger than a person. So it's that. Yeah. Right, let me just scale that down a bit. So it fits the door frame like so, that's it. Now I can get rid of that hall bound because I'm only interested in this hallway here. So I can push that back a bit now. Yeah, that fits about right. So then what I can just do is just duplicate this, drag it along, just give it a quick rotation, and that's that door done. Oh, but then again, they're different, aren't they? In the opposite sides. But I think all I did was just get rid of all the ornate stuff on them. So, and that's the wrong way around. Let me just go check. Actually, I don't like it if I don't remember everything. So I want to elevator hallway. Let me have a look. Yeah, let me just check the doors on here. Did I just use the same door? Yeah, I must have done. Alright, fair enough. I'll just use the same door then. There we go. Okay, so I just want to push you in. Right. Now we've got an issue because I'm going to have to stretch them out a bit. Because doors need to be in front of that door, don't they? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this out so I can push the door in, like so. So that's definitive position. I just need to flip the door around because otherwise it's not working like it should be, like it is in the original sprite. Now I need to push these areas out a bit, so I'm going to need to do that on that side too, just to keep consistency. Okay, so about that much potentially. That should fit. Right, just need to stretch these bits out. That's that done. Just fix that again. So, right, so at least I've now got that sorted out. It might be a good idea to start blocking that in, actually. Just so I can get a rough idea of where things are going to be on the wall when I start building that in a minute. So I'm just going to build that. And this is just going to probably just be a big block for now. Everything starts off as a block, or it's very basic polygonical objects, and then I just kind of go a bit mad, and what we end up with, the end result is all kinds of crazy stuff. If you watch any of the footage that was released when we announced this project, you'll see what I mean by the amount of crazy stuff that's already there. It's just getting the time to build it all. Right, I said that was going to be like the top of the roof there, so I'm just going to push that all the way up. I wonder if I need to I think I might want to put it out just a little bit more because it just looks a bit too thin for me. I want it to be at least that bit chunkiness. So, okay, let me just reevaluate these bits here. So, I mean, it's all a bit like jiggery pokery, as it were, because you've got to like try and obviously make it so that everything fits the correct scale, and then obviously you start fine tuning it as you're building it. Because again, we're taking this from 8-bit graphics and turning it into 32-bit. Technically, because that's the game, it's a 32-bit game. So it's just making sure that everything fits correctly according to what the sprite is, but we're going to have to make some alterations to some of it, because some of it doesn't make any sense if we don't. I just realised that's just going to completely cut that off, but that's absolutely fine, because that's what it should be. So right, so figuring this out. Jeez, this is gonna be a pain in it. So there's like 3 like line beams. They're gonna be like beams going across the thing. So what I'm gonna have to do is split this up the best I can, looking at it. So I'm gonna take an assumption and say that small section is gonna be to about here, give or take. And then from there, that's where I can get like a rough idea of where these lines need to be. So right, so the first one, it's coming from the top of that, so that's where that is. So I'm going to need to build one here. Then there's one below that one, and then there's finally one more below that one. So that gives you the 3 little parts of the design. Unfortunately, I did it to that part of the wall because I didn't think this through when I was building. So then again, that's what you do when you do this stuff. You just build as you go along. And right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to build these out. So first things first, I'm just going to grab those, drag them out, and then drag them out. Drag them out too. So they're like that. So that's that little bit of ornate design done there. So then the other thing I have to now figure out is in proximity to them, where these like parts of the wall are, these little like panel bits that are coming off. So I'm just going to do this with a cube, like so. Consulting. Anyway, I'll show. Hang on, let me see if I can do this actually. Should be able to show it. What image is that? Oh, it's that, right? Okay. That's the wrong one. What I'm gonna do, well, technically it shouldn't be an image. I'm trying to show. It'd be a window capture, wouldn't it? So if I just quickly add a window capture here, and then show. Is it going to show it though? That's the thing. I don't know if it's going to show it. Let's see. No. Why won't you show it? It's right there. Okay, fair enough. Why is it showing that? I don't. Right. Let's just ignore that then. In fact, let's just delete that. Let's see. I'm trying to think how I can show it. See, because if I do it as an image, you'll be able to see the entire thing. But then I won't be able to, like, zoom in on it like when I'm trying to do it. So how the hell do I do it then? I'm so confused. Anyway, it don't matter. I mean, it's just a case of like showing the map that I'm following as well, which is the old sprites. But like I say, if you go looking online, you can find them. But yeah. Oh, we got that bit at the top of the wall coming out too. Ooh, I didn't know about that bit. Well, well, well. Okay. Right. Probably a bit longer than this. Probably like that. Right, what I'm going to do is just delete the back of that. Just want to scale this in. So it gives me the overall shape of this panel. Whatever it's supposed to be, I have no idea, because it's just there. So I've got no idea of thickness or anything like that. There's always those little bits there, but what happens is this goes down to about here. But that's got to go about just a little bit past that door, so it's going to be like that. But this needs to be made just that little bit longer, so I'm not able to put 2 on there, even though technically there is 2 there, so I'm a bit confused. But again, that could just be half of something there, which would work because technically there's your half, but then that doesn't feel right to me. It's my OCD kicking in now when I'm building things. So do you know what? I'm just going to change it for this and just centre it, because it just doesn't feel right if I don't. Now it's got these little bits. You just make them out in the sprite at the very bottom of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually gonna what should I pick for this particular thing? Do I go with that? So let's go with that for the bottom bits, because it'll work. And this is literally just this is how you literally just build stuff like this. You just gotta look at what you see and adjust to it best you can. I think I might just push that out a bit actually. So push out just like that. Just because then I can push this out like so. Right. So that's just the basic design for that done. So now what I can do is just literally grab it and then just dump it on walls and stuff. So that fits perfectly there, and it'll fit perfectly on that side too. That's just how you get the design started of it. And it's got to do those bits at the top, but I don't know. Kind of looks like, well, you can't really make out much from a set of lines and a bit of pixelation, but got to try, haven't you? So I don't know. Anyway, I'll just add it in now because then it's done, isn't it? So it's basically a little bit up from there. You've got like a small bit that comes out, but I'm going to assume, because then I just want to highlight that section because that's where I'm going to be putting all the overall 8 parts at the top. So I think this looks like it's going to look like this. So I just want to push this out a bit and that out a bit, and then just these two bits here. So it just kind of gives it that kind of like, this is an upper kind of like design sort of thing. Just going to toss in the light as well while I'm here. Going to do a quick render test, and I have to get the camera in, then we can start piddling around with that as well. So hallway is going to be about here, but there's a light source isn't there on the wall, which is right next to there, so that should be about here. So what I want to do first is go into my settings and do all this. Just set to 10 for now. And then obviously just enable ray tracing with this. I want to set to quadratic, set to 0.750 because that's the default that it has in soft image. I'm trying to keep within that consistency. Now cameras, these are ones that are going to be used in game. I've extracted them from one of the rooms, but I can use them for whatever purpose I want. I don't even know what room this is. I'd have to go back and check it actually to figure out which room it is from RE2 that I've grabbed these from, but it matters because I'm just modifying the camera data now to fit whatever purpose I want. So just grab that, drag it in, maybe put it there, maybe put it like that. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Just need to change colour management, set that to linear. Yeah, that one's not too bad. Oh, I know, I've got the render still up because I can just kind of. No, not Photoshop. Don't need Photoshop for this. I don't need to do anything Photoshop related today, Photoshop. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to shut you down. Ah, there it is. In fact, let me just see if I can move that. No, not you. That's the one. I'll just drop it there, and I'll just keep it there so people are going to see. So that's what it looks like now, with one of the custom cameras put in. Obviously the lighting will be improved when I get round to properly rendering it. I'm just getting everything put in position and built now, but that's like the starting point of it. So I just want to shut that off for now so I don't do anything with it. Just going to quickly duplicate this, flip this round. In fact, I think that might be the right way for that door particularly. I don't know, but that's the one that's going to go into the piano room. It's in the right position. I just need to cut this out. Technically I don't need to cut it out, even though I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a stickler for the detail and it's how I roll. So that's embedded. Just grab these and temporarily just dump them there. It's just so I can keep consistency going. Okay, so that's all done. Let's just have a look what this looks like, because you might not be able to see that door. Oh no, you can see it perfect, that's fine. Because obviously you can see that door there, and obviously you can see the door there. So obviously, you know, you can go into those, which is a good sign for me, because it means I'm making small progress. I'll just move Barry out of the way for now. Now humming the bloody music, that's all you need. Listen to me humming the music to guide. And right, I know that I came up with the idea that there's some kind of like slot above these doors, and I think that was what we agreed upon. But I'm going to have to go back and look on the opposite side to get an idea of what the hell I mean. So let me just look. Yeah, so they've got like little slates and plates above each thing, haven't they? Is that all we decided on in the end? Okay then. Might decide to push the boat out with these ones then. Oh! Push out the boat. We got a pun already. Yeah, you know what caused the Starlight to actually sink was me and my terrible puns. That's the only reason why it's sunk. True story. Right, well, since they don't have these and they only have them, I'm going to try and make these a little bit more interesting. So obviously these are going to be above the door, but how can I make you interesting? I'll say it now and I'll be like, nope, don't know how to do it. I'll just leave it at that. I suppose how I could make this one interesting is that I can just have it kind of like this. It just adds a little bit of difference to it. And I can just do a quick duplication and dump these on the opposite sides. Where? Bugger it, it's on this side anyway, so I'll just do that. Let's see if it fits perfectly. It might just need to be adjusted for the size a little bit more, but okay. So that's that done. Another quick render just to check. No, I don't want to render the camera. I'm rendering through. What do you think this is? That'll do. Perfect. Thanks. People love what they're seeing. That's good. So it'll be better when we've actually got this in game and you can actually walk around it. And then I'd hold the enemies in. Then we'll go with the puzzles. Then we'll be like, right, let's throw this in as well. We're a long way off from that though. But that's the starting point, that's just the way it goes. Okay. So now I've got these two rooms in. Obviously I need to keep extending this hallway. Ah, this'll help. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. So now I know there's 10 of these on this side of the wall. I can kind of get it accurate to what it should be. But again, I'm going to have to probably adjust some of this because again, converting from 8-bit to 32-bit renders like this, some stuff has to obviously change. So there's 10 of these. So I'm just going to quickly do that now, then I've got an idea of where everything should be. So 5. That's 9, so one more, that's 10, and that's where that part of the wall is according to the sprites. So, a bit cut off, but then again, that's what it looks like there. So now, not that far off, that's the definitive part of where the wall is though, so that's where that is. Fantastic. Just bring the floor up here. So now I know that that is the length of that hallway. God, there's some really chunky wallage in these things, I swear. This is where some of my issues are with trying to convert these, because they've got really chunky walls and like some of the doors don't match where they should do. And again, this is all 8-bit stuff as well. Not like, you know, the stuff you used to with PS1 variation of it. The old games where everything's like doors go here, doors will go there. This is like, oh well, I've got to try and figure the bloody thing out, haven't I? So at least I know that that's where the wall is. So now what I can do, how am I supposed to figure that out? Good grief. Right, anyway, I'll grab the rest of the edges here, and then what I'll do is I'll drag these around. Because obviously this is where those toilets are. You got these 2 toilets on this side, but I can't figure out what the definitive length is going to be for that side of the wall, so I'm going to have to try and spitball it a little bit. Because oh no, I could oh no, stupid me, I can figure it out. Right, so Despite the fact I haven't got all of that built there. And it doesn't help because I don't have any of the assets there, so how the hell am I supposed to figure it out from there? Well, I suppose if this is where the back section where that statue is, and a little bit down from there is that, but going across from there it kind of intersects where that statue would be, so I'm going to take a stab and say it's going to be about here. Because this is a bit of a confusing thing as well, because these rooms actually go way off where they should do. Like, I mean, they go way off. You'd think it'd be confined to the right amount, but it goes off according to these rooms anyway, and the sprites. I really need to try and figure out a way to show this, actually. What is it? How do I show this? There is a way to do it. I know there is. I've been doing it for a while, so why won't it show the image? I suppose, but then again, if I do that, it's going to cover everything up and you're not going to be able to see everything, and it's not what I want it to do. Oh. See, I thought it was display capture, but then it's not, is it? Because it's window capture we want. See what I mean? It's just like, unless Microsoft have like completely buggered this up so you can't actually use this way of doing it anymore, well then that just bloody sucks, doesn't it? Right. I don't know. I'll think about it for the next one. So for now, you just have to listen to me ramble about how everything should match up compared to where it is, but none of these rooms sometimes don't match up because it's the way that they're built, and because obviously you're playing an 8-bit game, you don't take any consideration of that, because you just think it all fits, but it won't fit the map. Oh Christ, the map. Oh, have I got them here? No? Yes? No. Oh, no. Right. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, I haven't gone mad. I haven't gone mad at all. It's just basically what I'm kind of freaking out about is the fact that if it doesn't match the map that you look at in game in terms of where things are, then there's going to be issues, and I need to know if it looks exactly like that in the map, and I do have it, don't I? Good lord, I've been playing the game through just to make sure I've got everything accounted for when I'm doing this, so where did I put it? Oh yeah. Right, so second floor, fourth floor. No, that's no good. I need second floor. Don't tell me I haven't got a map of the second floor in here that actually I've gotten through in the game. Oh, good grief. Seriously? Right, let's just not even do that. Ignore that. I'm going to... brain's just gone completely dead. Give me a second. I need to double check. I need to know if it works exactly that way, because I won't be happy otherwise. Alright, I haven't gone mad. Right. So I need to go to... Where am I going? Oh, good lord, I've gone mad. Right. No. Resources, that's what I need. This is what I needed. The map. No, that's the one I've got. I need the other one. I need the mini-map. I need to know what it looks like altogether. Ah, perfect. I'm sure I downloaded these, you know. Alright, so according to the map, so the other map, the actual like in-game map, this wall should be smack on with where the stairs are, so the back of it, so this bit here. So this wall here should be smack on with that bit there. That's according to the mini-map. So for convenience sake, and because I want to try and make this as accurate as I can, so I assume that that's the correct position, because I've had it to this, so that's where that is. Costs a lot of space. But the good side to that is... Wait, why does that mini-map have it sticking out? See, this is where it's going to get confusing, because it says the shop goes all the way beyond there. And I guess that's to accommodate for the fact, but then there's no stairs there. No, because that's stairs that goes up to third floor, then you go across-wards, correct? That's the main hall, go open and you've got that floor above, and then obviously you're not going to know because obviously you're on that floor and that's below that, and do you know what, I'll just go with what it says there, but that is the accurate position to it. That's where it needs to be, so I've got that in the right position now, thank God, because that doesn't stress me out enough, so I can get rid of that again. 22,000. How's that already 22,000? 552 in that. What the How is there 500? Oh wait, no, why? Shut up. You forgot the little bits you put on the bottom, you idiot. So of course there's going to be like 552 polygons. Oh, right. Ignore me, my ramblings. It's the sort of thing to get me killed. Right, anyway. Right, so now I've got that figured out. I'm just going to grab a few of these. I'm just going to quickly do duplication. Do that. Flip this around. Other way. No, you're right the first time. Shut up. Let's do that. And then I'm just going to attach this here. And again, follow the same procedure that I've done there. So... yeah. And then obviously just duplicate these to fit that. Oh! Not that one. What are you doing? No, get rid of that bit. I want that bit gone. Oh, what the hell? Done. Right. So, a little bit more for that. Oh, you just have to make it halves, don't you? Because that's just the way it is. Well, do you know what? I'm just going to have to... yeah, I'll figure it out. I always do. Do that. Get rid of you. Like so. And I'm just going to move these up a bit. And just kind of like pad it out, so that's about right. Give or take an inch. Right, so we know that that's completely accurate to that size. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now is continue building this side of the wall up so I can get it to be a bit more complete. Oh, I'm so peeved I can't just like show it. Why can't I just like go, look, this is the picture, show it. Oh yeah, let me just set it as the lock screen for my computer, that'll be great. Oh Microsoft, what have you done to me? Oh dear, right, let me just stop rambling. And let me try and figure this out. Right. I'm just going to grab these temporarily, just one of these, because I need it for the bathroom, so I know where their doors are. So let's go along a little bit. So what I'm going to do, because like here, that's the assumption I'm going to make. That's how long this is going to be, because I don't want to do it with bloody halves. Halves just drive me nuts. Oh, I'm on Discord, aren't I? Oh, dude, the Discords. Let me just mute that. Right. All these bathrooms are going to drive me nuts and all, because they're like wall to wall with the item, like the shop. But I mean, I'm calling it a shop because there's clearly a cash register in there, so it's got to be a shop. And there's stuff on the walls. There's stock there. So I'm just confused with this. I really am. And that's got to match with that. How big are these bloody toilets? This is another thing I've realised with this. I had to completely redo it with the west bathrooms for the second floor. I had to completely readjust the size of the toilets because they were just too bloody big in game for the original, like, because obviously again there's these sprites we're talking about. They're just too big for the engine itself, so I had to like basically make them smaller. So I'm gonna have to do the same bloody thing with these, because when you have them like that and they're too bloody big, it's like, I mean, I know we're trying to go for the whole, you know, luxurious bloody thing, but that's too luxurious because you could have at least 4 toilets in there for the size. But then we could have a puzzle, couldn't we, in there? Then people complained that there wasn't enough toilets in the original Resident Evil 2, and now I'm going to complain that there's too many toilets in Gaiden because you could fit them all in one bloody room. You could buy 6 to a room, give or take, depending on the size of it. So this is why I have to, like, smallize them and make them a bit smaller and make it a bit more, you know, like an actual toilet size. Not crazy space size. So that's the other issue I'm going to have to bloody deal with, aren't I? And this is what I mean about the thickness of these bloody ceilings and stuff. You don't need them this bloody thick. Oh my god, I'm ranting. Right. So it's going to be there. So that's where that is. Review there. So that's where that door's going to be. So that's the first bathroom, but I've got to push that in, haven't I? Okay, so what I'm going to need to do is just grab these, drag these, and then work with them. But of course they have to stick out like a sore bloody thumb. It's part of the foundations, so I'll just do that. And that's that done. That's one toilet in position, that's where it needs to be. Okay. So it's like 4 there. Why would they cut this up? I just don't get this. Oh, Gaiden, why do you do this to me, brain? Why have we got halves when you can have complete? This is why I need to fill this in. Oh my god. Right. So there's 3 there, but I'm going to do 4. So I'll grab. For sure I've got a 4 one here. Grab you. And then just kind of use you as the building block. Now I've just realised this, I haven't got any bloody wall to work with, have I? Oh no, what will I do? Well, I know what I can do. I can just kind of like grab the edges. Why have I gone to vertex mode? I need edge. Grab the edges and just drag it along, delete what I don't need, and then just do it again. So, drag it along, do it again, and then obviously, yeah, so that'll obviously not be attached to there, but that's that. Drag those into position. They are a bit off though, aren't they? Because there's about that much of a gap. Give a take. Yeah. So then just want to drag that there. So that's the 4. And I'm putting it as 4 because I don't deal in halves, Capcom. You don't do 3 and a little bit bloody bits of ornate stuff on a wall. That's just cringe. It's making me cringe just looking at it. Why would you do halves? Why would you do halves on the sprites? I mean, fair enough, it might be a limitation of the sprite set, but oh my god, that's driving me mad looking at it. I'm sticking with 4. I'm sticking with the bloody 4. They can just... Right, so this is where the other bathroom is. And that's the end of that wall. Thank God. So that's there. So, if I have got this right, which I usually do, give or take, this is where that wall is, so that's going to go like that. But I think that part is gonna... Oh, no, it doesn't. Ooh, interesting. How am I going to make you work? What does the minimap show me? That is so long for that hallway. What the hell? You could fit, like... So it's saying, basically, this is the same length as that. No, it's a little bit smaller. That makes no sense. That makes no sense to me. That's too long. It's like saying basically it's going to be that length, as the same length as that. That's basically what it's saying according to the minimap. That it's that length. That's just ridiculous amounts of room. You could put 10 zombies in that area. How can you do this? The size isn't right. But then again, well, obviously the defense of the game, it's like you're looking at it from like bird's eye view. We're looking at it like a slight angle to it, but that's still not the bloody point. That's still too long. Right, I'm adjusting the design, the parameter for this. This is just too much stuff. What am I making today, apart from the general rantiness that is with me, is we are now working on the second floor east side of the Starlight for Project Starlight, so it's the second floor east part of it, and then it's going to be all the east side of the rooms, and then I'm going to drop back in and do the final sets of west side, and then that'll be all of the second floor of the Starlight done, and it can just be masked and put in, and mechanics can be implemented and done. So I don't go absolutely insane, which I'm already doing now, because that's just too much room. How can you have that much room? How can you... There's... But... Oh my god, that's too much room! It's like... Oh my bloody... Right, I'm ranting and raving already. So basically... I mean, I know this is according to the minimap. As much as I love the minimap. Right, so basically what that's saying is that's the same length as that on it. So that's about that length. So that would be the part that's going down that way. So it's going to be going down like that. And it's saying, using that as the building block, that it goes up a bit like this. So it's like that. And then you've got like this extra bit of room. Right. This is a standard character in Resident Evil 2. And that's how much space that is. In terms of... Like, literally, or it's the same according to the minimap that the guy uses. It's like saying this is how much space this is. This is how much space it would use in RE2, because again, this is using the game space, which is this thing here that you can see the outline for. And obviously that's the end of it. It's going to fit perfectly, but that's just so much space. You could have like 5 zombies in there. That's ridiculous. You could have like an army of them in that one area, and it's like empty space. What the hell? Like, fair enough, I could probably put like a set of chairs in the middle, but why would you have that? Or I suppose you could put a support beam in there. It'll be holding up the bloody ceiling, but then that wouldn't make any sense, would it? Oh my God, this is just so much space. There's nothing there. It's just a waste of space. It literally is a waste of space. How the bloody hell am I going to frigging justify it? I mean, I can't justify it. It's too big. Right, let me just do this. Because I know that's about the right size for that, because it's following the back entrance for that, but still... Oh, come on, that was it. That was perfect. Don't do anything else. That's it. That's so much room. It's just so much room to manoeuvre. It's like no like difficulty to evade anything. I'm going to have to like get creative with this, because this is just... Yeah. It's supposed to be the east side hallway from the main hallway for Gaiden. So obviously that's where the main hallway is, and then this is the east side one. But oh my God, that room is just so much extra room. And I have to deliberately put obstacles in it just to make it a bloody obstacle course, because it's just empty space. Well, this is exactly what it is according to the map that the game uses. And this is how much space it's supposed to have. But there's just so much bloody space. Oh, that's going to work me right now. That's correct as well. This is the correct scale and everything. It's just so much room. This is the standard character for a game. The game itself uses that size character. I could have about 6 zombies in this one area. That's too much. Urgh. I'm ranting and raving already. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. That's too much room. You know, the funny thing is, it doesn't look like that much room. It just looks like a smallish bloody thing. But the thing is, the minimap says otherwise. Because that matches that size. That's obviously going to be a bit bigger. That's just ridiculous. That's too big. It's too big for what it should be. Oh my God, I am moaning about this, but I shouldn't be. But oh my God, it's too big. Oh my God. Well, I'm stumped. I don't know what to do with this bit. And I know I'm building it, but oh my God. That's because it's got that bit at the end in it. No, I don't want to draw the bloody grid, for God's sake. Well, this has just taken a nice crazy turn of events, hasn't it, for this afternoon? This evening even now. Oh, and now there's a half there. You just had to put a half there just to wind me up. Oh my God, it is as well, isn't it? I wonder if there's anything I can do. I mean, I suppose what I could do, just because it would make it more full, is actually put a table in there with a set of chairs. It would work, but oh my God, there is so much space. And that's the correct size. There's no bullying about it. That is how big it should be. Oh God. Right. Ignoring my ramblings, let's just carry on building it so I can cry a little bit more at the end of it. Right, so the problem I've got now is I've got no way to expand from there where that should be. Or do I? What does the mini-map show me? Right. Okay. Right, so where that doorway in from the main hallway is, that's where that is, because obviously that leads outside, doesn't it? So... Oh, I went over a bit. Terrible, that's bad of me, that. Right, so this bit here needs to be moved up a bit. It needs to just be moved in a bit. That's it. So that's where that is, because that's where the doorway outwards is onto the main deck there. So that's correct. Again, too much space. I can't comprehend it. Why? Right, so I just want to grab that door. And I'll have to put like a metal door there. I'll have to use the one from obviously that one outside, because that's the one that connects there. So I just want to temporarily put that there as a temp door, so I know it's there. Oh, just look at this. Oh my god. How does this even work? What the hell? It's too big a hallway. But the thing is, that's how big it should be, according to that. Because obviously it's going to open up a little bit more because you're going into a different hallway. And that's obviously following the same size as that. That goes there. And then I've got to... do this door as well that leads into, isn't that like the stage where you find Leon when you drop down with the rope? Yeah. So I need to put that door in, but I need to find the correct position for that, according to the MIP map, the mini map. So where does it put it at? Well, that doesn't help, does it? Can't use anything as a building block, so about there, give or take. About there, give or take. Right, so at least I've established where all the doorways need to be, but my god, there's so much room in here. So much room. How are we going to make this a bit more interesting? Because running around a lot of empty room is just going to bore the hell out of me. Don't know about anybody else, it would bore the hell out of me. Might need to put some beams in. Put beams in that are just like support beams for the upper floor. It just gives it a bit more of an interesting kind of angle, because you can still have zombies coming after you, but you've got to evade by running around these beams as well. I mean, I know it's not bloody much, but at least it'll make it more interesting than all this space. Oh my god. That's kind of just disappointing, really. It is. That's just like... I mean, I want to say, what the hell were they thinking? But this was back then, and, you know... 8-bit, no one, you know, questions it, but I have to question it, because how the bloody hell do you do it? How? Right. Let's get all this wall done. I can sit there and moan after I've got the whole bloody thing, all the walls and that built. Then I can try and come up with an idea. But those beams in the centre of the room and that, all those support beams, is probably what I'm going to have to go with. Because there's no alcoves in this room. Because that's on the opposite side. That's the west side, not the east. You know what? Just do it. Just literally go along, connect it, and then let's see what I can do with it, because I need to figure this out. I need to figure out how the hell we're going to do it. For now, just bring that up there. Yeah, that's going to have the same on it thing in it. So if I just do that. Put that the right way around. No, negative 90 that one. So this is basically where the door frame's going to be for that. Like so. Right. There's just so much room there. Like, I mean, fair enough, I could put a support beam, I could probably put a table in there, but that's so much room. That's so much space. But that's according to the bloody thing and everything. Oh my god, how big is this thing? I mean, fair enough now, when you've got it this big, and this little shop in here is going to be big. At least then it'll be more convincing as a shop on a ship, but can't convince me of this bloody stuff, no way. Anyway, I'm just rambling. It's what I do. It's my thing. I ramble a lot when it comes down to it, and it's not going to change now. Right, so that's now going to be the roof as well. So I'm just going to call it roof, and then just roof, and then just reverse those normal so I can actually see inside. So now, when I quickly render the camera, that's now got a roof on it. And again, don't worry about the fact that it all looks fuzzy and that, because all the stuff I'll do after that will make it look a hell of a lot better. But I just don't understand why have all this room if you're not going to use it. I mean, fair enough, I could make them smaller, but that won't change it, and then it'll be all out of bloody sync. So, I don't know. Because it fits the I'm just going to have to, like, literally come up with some devilish ideas to make it like an obstacle course. I'm going to have to literally go through the first Resident Evil, aren't I, just to try and get an idea of how to make something so sparse and make it so feel very small, because this is just completely... Again, you could have about 6 zombies rolling around in this hallway. There's that much space, and it shouldn't be that much space. And I'm rambling again, as I do. Right, so I need to move this. There should be a light source here, according to the renders. So there's the sprite data. So there's one there, and then there should be one more in this part of the hallway, but I don't know where the light is because again, spriting. So I'm going to say it's on this wall here. Right, now I need to get another camera put in. So we need camera 1. Camera 1. That's it. Alright, so let's move this into position. So I'm going to put it about here. Let's have a look what this one looks like. I might need to push that further away from the wall actually. that's going to work, is it? I'm going to have to put it in the centre. It's going to have to be like that. Let's pull it up a bit. Unless let's see. That'll do. Yes, that'll do nicely. So I can have it from there. And then whichever way you go, obviously we've got a new set of cameras that can be put in. That was a good thing to do. Right, what I'm going to do is obviously do the other camera now. So camera 2. 2 AM. So I'm going to do this one here. Let's have a look how that looks. Just need to be pushed down a little bit. The thing about these cameras though is we can keep adjusting them as we build the rooms, but that one doesn't look too bad, I suppose. We could use that one. Camera 012, so we need camera 3 now. So, yep. But I want that one to be this way now, because obviously we want to focus on these doors here. Now you can just make out that there as well, so that's fine. God, there's just so much space. I'm rambling, I know, but oh my god, there's space. Right, just disable my cams. I've got to admit, that's just too chunky for what it should be, but that's what it is according to the minimap, so it's just completely, utterly weird how it works. I just don't understand. And like I said, the bathrooms won't be small, they're going to be bloody huge. And then this is when we get confusion again. But I'll figure it out, I always do. It's just getting my head around it. Right, what was I going to do now? I know what I'm going to do. Let me just quickly do this. I'll put it on back on in a minute. I just want to do some adjustments. Wait, that still hasn't fixed the... Interesting. What's going on here? Very interesting. These are using... Right, I can put it back on now. I'm just very confused. Show me the... It's using ray trace, 0.7 quadratic. Oh no, wait a minute. No. I think I realised it's actually supposed to be 1 because it makes it all go a bit doolally, doesn't it, in Maya if I do it anything like that. Was it that? Was that what my issue was in the end? Or was it just because I don't have enough bloody lights in this flaming room for it to work with? Let me have a look. Very weird. Right, let's have a look. Let's... this is what I mean. Half time I have to add more lights in because it just looks a bit too bloody... Let's have a look how this looks now with these two in. It doesn't look too bad. Let me just... The ray tracing's on, but it's all at top, it's all high. So what am I missing? What have I... Nothing. I'm missing out nothing. Okay then. I guess it might just be because I need to put more lights in this room, but I'm going to do it now because I just need to know why the hell. This isn't working correctly. Let me have a look. I swear to God there's something up these renders. I know people are going to be like, well, you said before it doesn't matter about the render sensor, but it kind of does when I'm trying to test it because I shouldn't be getting that kind of filtering. Where's my outliner? That's it. Not render region. Render the previous render. Right, well, sorry, I'm not really gonna think about why these renders aren't working correctly, because I can do that in a minute. I just need to figure out why. Or how I'm gonna fix all this god-awful space that we shouldn't have. There should not be this much space. It's too wide. Like, fair enough, you can toss in like a few tables and that, and that'll obviously make it a bit more interesting, but my God. Okay. Again, I'm probably just rambling, and it's just it'll look absolutely fine when I've done everything, but I still feel like it's too big for what it should be. But then again, I've never been on a deck of a ship. I've not been on a ship, have I? So I wouldn't know. Maybe it's big enough, maybe that's what it should be, but it just seems too big for standard people. You can get, like, way more zombies in there than there should be. So I don't know. I really don't know why it's so, hefty with its size, as it were. Right, I know I've got to transfer that over. I just don't understand why the renders are looking like that though. Definitely something I need to change, but I'm rambling, I need to get this done. Right, let's carry on with getting some of this more detailed stuff done. So, push them out there. That's that done. Obviously I'll just do that here. So these renders will start looking a lot better now because obviously I'm putting all the detailing on the walls and that. But I don't know, 'cause it just seems a bit too wide for me. Maybe I'm just rambling too much, or maybe it's because I'm just looking at it from a weird way, but it just seems a bit too wide compared to the narrow one I just done for the elevator hallway on the west side of the second floor, so it's like... Right, let me do this as well. Now, how do I always do it? Well, I know how I always do it. What I usually do is just grab these set of edges, don't I? And just do that. Break that off. And then what I do is I just kind of... I'll do it here first. I try not to push it in per se, but what I do is match it up with that, match up that one, that one, that one, that one, that one with that one. And I can kind of delete that template for now because that gives me the definitive space for all of that. So I can just kind of go, right, that needs to go out. See what I mean? You'd have to have at least, if to render this correctly, I'm bloody sure you'd have to have like 2 there and 2 there just to actually render it accurately. And I think that might just be it. It's just the lack of lights, isn't it? Good lordy Lou. I think that's what it is, you know, I think. Yeah, this is just progress. This is how it all works. What time are we on? I'll be finishing stream at 6. I'm going to go and get something to eat. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can... Well, I know how I can finish up the stream. I can just keep building all these bloody bits on. Get the detailing up at least. side done. Fair enough, I still need to do this side, and I need to get that bit up as well. Which means now I have to also do this side. Does it also mean I have to do that side? No, I'm okay for that one, thank God. So let's do that. Get that out. Drag that out. And then I just want to go drag these little bits out, make that little bit stick out. See what I do. There we go. Let's have a look how that looks. It doesn't look too bad actually. But of course I have to remember that that's not going to be that door, because it's going to be the metal door that goes out, so I might have to actually redesign parts of that wall just so it fits that one. But then them's the brakes, aren't they? I should have just kept that bloody template I made. I won't be bloody able to do this again. Okay. Did I delete the ball part behind there? Ooh, interesting. That's a good thing though. I'll do that now. Ooh, not the floor, not the floor, no! Just want that bit deleting. Right. Oh, potentially that bit, because you're not going to see this bit here. Hey. Bear me a minute. So that's that, and then done. So that's that done. I just want to get these bits in. Oop. Oop. That bit. First. As well, drag these along, get a rough idea of where they should be, but I'm going to always kind of like leave gappages and stuff because, again, don't need to have that much there. That's that wall done. Obviously, I said to do the top bits on those, but it's like starting points. But I still need to figure out why the lighting ain't doing properly. There's some weird shit going on with it. Ooh. So what we got anyway. There's definitely something up with these lights, or is it just because I haven't put the roof? It's because the roof isn't there. That's why. That's why it all looks a little bit bloody hell skeletally weird, doesn't it? Right. Let me. The hell. Let me. Let's drag them up. And then let me should work. So obviously move them up a bit more, but ooh, don't do that. Oh my god, I went bending. I don't want to render the region. I just want to render the actual render. I'm still adamant about adding a table in there just to add spacing, just to make it so that there's something there. All those beams I was thinking of, it just adds a little bit to it. But then again, I can keep looking at it and just keep delving it after this, because I'm finishing up the stream in a minute anyway. So anyway, that's progress for today. I'm probably going to do another stream of this on a Thursday afternoon, probably the same time. Then work a little bit more on this, and if I haven't gone mad and started putting stuff in, then obviously that's where that'll go. So thank you for tuning into this stream. Feel free to subscribe to it, because obviously there'll be more Project Starlight stuff coming from me with these rooms and that. And if you wanted to understand the design process behind how we do old school Resident Evil rooms, convert them and then bring them into the engine so we can walk around them, then by all means watch these, because this is all the building process for that. Then eventually this will be in the demo that we keep saying we're going to do, and then hopefully all this will start getting transferred in, and then we'll start actually hammering this out. But until then, that's the end of this stream, until the next one pops in.